Alright guys, today we're doing a little maintenance on the 20-inch jet planer today. We're going to adjust the table rollers for the correct height. And to do that, you'll just need a couple of tools that came with your planer, as well as a snap check. Stick around, we'll get into it. So this is a really simple adjustment to make. You just need a small Allen wrench and then a 14mm open end wrench. And then if you have a digital gauge like this is an iGaging snap check, and I've had this around the shop for years. They're super inexpensive, but I just find it very reliable. And this is actually the ideal tool to set those table rollers. Now do pay attention to positive or negative numbers, because you may think you're having a high number when it's actually a negative number just rolling off the crest of that table roller. So pay particular attention to if there's a negative sign before the number, you can kind of disregard that. Now specifically what you want to use this snap check for, first zero it out on the cast iron bed of your planer, and then measure the peak, how high the table rollers are set. And with mine, they were between 4 and 5 thousandths. That's a pretty good setting. I think it's an average setting, but I use very finished lumber that's already been carefully milled at the joiner. So the bottom of my lumber is perfectly flat. And in that case, I want to set the rollers a little bit lower than the standard of 3 to 6 thousandths. So today we're going to be setting ours to 1/1000th of an inch, and the tolerance on that is plus or minus 1/1000th. So if you can get all 4 corners of the planer rollers within those specs, I think you'll be in good shape and just about eliminate snipe. The tools you need for this are really basic, just a little Allen wrench and a 14mm open end wrench. They actually both come with the planer. This is the area we're going to be working in to make these bed roller adjustments or table roller adjustments. Just use your Allen wrench to loosen up the set screw, and then get your open end wrench on this and just watch your gauge. You'll notice that it's a very subtle adjustment, but I found it very easy and reliable to set this. You don't have to turn the wrench far, but once you get your setting, it wasn't apt to move again. So at that point, just tighten up your set screw again. And after we set the far side of this roller, we'll come back and double check it, but I can tell you it didn't move. Now we're on the other side of the roller, same idea here. We've zeroed things out beforehand, and we're up on the peak of the roller here, and we'll just dial that back till we hit about 1/1000th of an inch, and come back around and go ahead and lock in our set screw. Again, I came back to the opposite end of the roller again to double check this, but my settings hadn't moved. So it's a pretty easy adjustment to make. I don't think you'll have any trouble with it if you've got a little gauge. So we'll run a test board through the planer and give it a good look to see how we're doing for snipe on both ends of the board. And let's just have a listen to this planer as we fire it up. It's a pretty quiet machine with the helical head, and it doesn't seem to matter which way you run the board in. It's really good at eliminating tear out both directions. So the end result is just really smooth, no infeed snipe at all. You can't see it, you can't feel it. I'm just really happy with the finished surface that this planer is giving. Same on the outfeed side, no snipe at all there. So this little table roller adjustment seemed to fix our little problem of snipe we had with our 20-inch planer. So happy camper. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.